graduates, we are so proud of you. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing all the wonderful things you do in the future.
From the Office of the Registrar, congratulations to the class of 2025.
Yay!
Congratulations, class of 2025 from the ASAP family.
Woo! From the Child Development Center, we would like to say congratulations to the graduating class of 2025 and great success in all your future endeavors.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Congratulations, class of 2025 from the Office of Student Life. Whether you're transitioning into the world of work or transferring to a four-year institution, we wish you the very best. Congrats.
From students to alumni, congratulations to the class of 2025 from the Office of Institutional Advancement and Alumni Relations. Don't forget to join the Alumni Association. Congratulations!
Community College and special guests.
Presenting Kingsborough Community College President, Dr. Suri Deitch.
Presenting the faculty of Kingsborough Community College. Again, please welcome the faculty of Kingsborough Community College. Presenting the graduates of Kingsborough Community College, class of 2025. Graduates, a round of applause. Good morning, KCC. Here in the presence of candidates for academic recognitions, member of the faculty of Kingsborough Community College, the City University New York Board of Trustees, and CUNY Central Administration, as well as honored guests, family members, and friends, I proclaim that the 60th Commencement of Kingsborough Community College is now open. Today, we gather to celebrate the students who have graduated from the college over the past year and honor all those past and present who have contributed to carrying out the noble mission of Kingsborough Community College. The day for which you have all worked so hard for is now here. We encourage you to celebrate your achievements and share them on social media during the commencement ceremony. However, we kindly ask that you do respectfully and refrain from disrupting the ceremony in any way. Feel free to post your content and tag at KCC or CUNY KCC with the hashtag KCCGrad2025. We now begin our program with our national anthem. Those who are able, please stand and join the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, performed by our students from the KCC Theater Arts Program. Following our national anthem, please remain standing for the invocation. At this time, we ask that you remain standing for the invocation presented by KCC students representing the College Student Union and Intercultural Center.
My name is Elijah Horton.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fatima Mahmoudova.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Katrine Krushanovsky. Gods of all ages, ancient and eternal, seen and unseen, bless this graduating class of 2025. Watch over them as they step beyond those walls into a world waiting for their light. Today, we don't just celebrate the completion of a degree. We celebrate resilience. We celebrate the quiet moments of doubt that turned into perseverance, the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices made in silence, and the courage that grew louder each day. We need a world with more empathy, more people in service of each other, working in harmony, not competition. You, the class of 2025, are capable of compassion, integrity, of powerful change. Do not let those values become rare in your community. Whatever your faith, your spirit, your path, may it continue to support you as you go forward.
And remember, believe in yourself, even when the road gets quiet. Don't let passing emotions define you. Life will test you, but in the end, you'll taste the sweetness of your effort. Get comfortable in the uncomfortable. That's where growth lies. Let us have the courage to open our hearts and minds, to embrace differences, to find what we share. Let us celebrate every voice, every background, every dream. You are not alone in this journey. Look around. Every professor, friend, every difficult class, and every late night conversation, they all helped shape who you are now. Even the moments that tested you gave you character. One day, you may be far from Brooklyn, far from Kingsborough, but you will never be far from what you've become because of this place. This experience isn't just a memory, it's a part of your foundation.
As you leave here, carry forward all you have learned, not just in books, but in relationships, in reflection, and resilience. Grow academically, emotionally, spiritually, and creatively. May your journey ahead be one of service and purpose. Use your knowledge, your voice, and your faith to bring peace, empathy, and justice to the world. Start with your neighborhood. Start with the people right next to you. And when life challenges you again, and it will, remember who you are. Remember who helped you rise. And most of all, believe in yourself. Together, may you create a world where kindness is strength, where unity is the norm, and where every soul is seen. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are so proud of you. May the gods of all ages walk beside you now and always.
Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to recognize the people seated before you on our stage. Please hold your applause until we have been introduced. Colleagues, as I call your name, please briefly rise. I am pleased to present Associate Provost and Dean of Health Programs, Dr. Mary Dawson. Professor of Behavioral Science, Dr. Catherine Ma. Salutatorian, Stephen Lichter. Valedictorian, Andrea Soto. Interim Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Sharon Warren Cook. Kingsborough Community College President, Dr. Suri Deitch. House Democratic Leader, the Honorable Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. Brooklyn Borough President, the Honorable Antonio Reynoso. CUNY Trust and Vice Chair, the Honorable Sandra Wilkin. Executive Legal Counsel and Labor Designee, Beth Douglas. KCC Foundation Trustee, Lorenzo Doherty Chambers. KCC Foundation Trustee, Dr. Kwasi Blackman. Dean of Institutional Research, Assessment, and Effectiveness, Dr. Colleen Davey. Vice President for Workforce Development and Strategic Partnership, Dr. Simone Rodriguez. Kingsborough Early College Secondary School Principal, Dr. Tracy Morin. Vice President for Enrollment Management, Dr. Johanna Rivera. Interim Vice President and Finance and Administration, Andres Escobar. Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Dr. Nancy Sanchez Badillo. Kingsborough Community College Student Government President, Shaquana Young. New York State Assemblywoman, the Honorable Maritza Davila, District 53. New York State Assemblywoman, the Honorable Jamie Williams, District 59. New York State Assemblywoman, the Honorable Monique Chandler Waterman, District 58. New York City Councilwoman, the Honorable Susan Shuang, District 43. Interim Assistant Vice President of Enrollment Management, Galvin Ireland. Kingsborough College Council Chair, Professor Daniel Kane. Assistant Vice President and Chief Information Officer, Asif Hussain. Interim Executive Director for Human Resources, Gila Roy. Not seated on stage, I will also like to recognize CUNY Vice Chancellor of Government Relations, Jeffrey Rodas. Chancellor, Chief of Staff, and Associate Vice Chancellor of Executive Office, Dolly Martinez. Okay. CUNY Chief Transformation Officer, Ms. Rachel Stevenson. Vice President of Communication and Marketing, Cheryl Todman. Executive Chief of Staff and Deputy to the President, Ms. Nadine Brown. Executive Director of Student Affairs, Ms. Cindy Liu. Chief of Public Safety, Mr. Kenneth Green. And I am your Grand Marshal for today's proceedings, Professor Tyrone Johnson. It is also fitting to acknowledge all those people who have diligent worked make today's ceremony a possibility. The members of the Commencement Committee, Dr. Keisha Thompson, Linda McKernan, Melissa Merced, the Registrar, the one and only Avery Mullen, the Faculty Marshal, our faculty and staff volunteers, and the dedicated members of our Department of Academic Affairs, Administration, Finance, Communication and Marketing, Public Safety, Student Affairs, and the President's Office and the Registrar's Office. Please also give them a round of applause. Thank you. Graduates and guests, I precede the Honorable Sandra Wilkins, Vice Chair of the City University New York Board of Trustees, who will bring greetings from the board. Welcome, Trustee Wilkins.
Good morning, Kingsborough family. So let's really start this celebration. Is Kingsborough in the house? Is CUNY in the house? And is Brooklyn in the house? Awesome, awesome. It is deeply a personal joy and an incredible honor to be here today with you. Not only as Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, but more important, as a proud graduate of Kingsborough, class of 1971. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees and Chairman Bill Thompson, I bring our heartfelt congratulations to the Kingsborough Community College class of 2025. And our deepest admiration to the families, faculty, and staff who made this day possible. President Deutsch, today's celebration is a powerful reflection on your leadership, vision, and deep commitment to student success. Under your guidance, Kingsborough has continued to grow as a place where dreams are nurtured, voices are heard, and futures are built. Thank you, President Deutsch. We can give her another hand, right? And if you permit me to, I'd like to recognize the champions who are here today with us, much of them who have already been heard. In that regard, Congressman Jeffries, Brooklyn-born, CUNY-connected, and nationally respected. You are a fierce advocate for justice, a defender of democracy, and an inspiration to every person who dares to dream big. We are deeply honored by your presence. Thank you. Brooklyn Borough President Reynoso, thank you for your passionate leadership and for championing equity, education, and opportunity for all Brooklynites. Thank you. And we have recognized the Brooklyn Assembly members and City Council members. Thank you once again. You are the champions of CUNY and the students and families who inspire our mission. Thank you. And if you, another shout out to our Chancellery Cabinet, Jeff, Dolly, and Rachel, for your hard work and unwavering commitment to CUNY. Professor Marr, senior leadership, faculty, staff, and to the proud families joining us today, thank you. This celebration belongs to each and every one of you. And we have with us Student Government President Shaquana Young, salutatorian Stephen Lochter, you can't miss him, and your awesome valedictorian Andre Soto. And the Kingsborough class of 2025 today, we honor your journey and your achievements. Yeah. This year marks the 60th anniversary of Kingsborough Community College, a milestone not just in years, but in lives changed. But let's go back to 1963, when Kingsborough was founded. This country was in the throes of transformation. The civil rights movement was rising, and there were the devastating assassinations of President John Kennedy, and in 1968, both Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Senator Robert Kennedy. And we need to remember that. And at the time, we were grappling with deep wounds of the Vietnam War. It was a time of uncertainty, protests, and profound change. Yet even in the midst of so much, a new generation of leaders was stepping forward. Among them was a fearless trailblazer from Brooklyn, the first Black woman elected to Congress, the first woman to run for president on a major party ticket, and a proud CUNY alum, Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm. She once said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, what do? Bring a folding chair. Right? Her courage, conviction, and refusal to be sidelined paved the way for so many, including the very institution we celebrate today. But I do remember when I attended Kingsborough and then Hunter. We were living with so much distraction and the need to try and remain focused and keep our minds on our studies. There were no smartphones, no email, and definitely not Google Docs. If we needed to research something, we had to, you ready for this one? Go to the library and find an index card, a catalog to locate the book that you would need for your term paper. That was considered 1970s search engine. If you had an electric typewriter, do any of you remember electric typewriters? Okay, a few, right? And the ones that had construction tape, you were cutting edge. No backspace, just whiteout and a steady hand. And the only cloud we talked about was the sky over Coney Island. And yet, just like you, I believe that education was the key to everything, even in the midst of intense unrest. You, the class of 2025, have faced your own moment in history. You endured a global pandemic. You learned and worked in hybrid spaces, and certainly you are navigating uncertainty and emerging stronger, smarter, and more empowered. Give yourselves a hand. You deserve it. The tools may be different than what we had when we went to Kingsborough, but the drive, the purpose, the impact of education, that remains the same. You are the living legacy of Kingsborough's 6 decades of excellence, resilience, and transformation. From Sheepshead Bay to the Verrazano Bridge, this campus has always been a place where determination meets opportunity. Agreed? Yes? Good. So whether you are continuing your education, and yes, your professors all want you to continue your education, launching a new career, or leading change in your community, go forward with confidence, speak your truth, build your future. You are Kingsborough great. I leave you with the powerful and immortal words of Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, words that speak directly to this moment. We fight hard for the people we represent. We believe in a fair society, and we will never back down. Class of 2025, never back down. Be fearless like Shirley Chisholm. Be bold like Hakeem Jeffries. Be Brooklyn proud. Be unstoppable like yourselves. Congratulations, thank you, and onward.
Thank you, Trustee Wilkin. At this time, we present greetings from Felix V. Matos Rodriguez, the Chancellor of the City University of New York. Please direct your attention to the monitors.
Good morning, buenos dias, and thank you, President Deitch, for inviting me to be part of this exciting day. On behalf of the entire CUNY community, I am proud to congratulate the talented and hardworking members of the Kingsborough Community College class of 2025. Special thanks to your keynote speaker, Congressman, and House Democratic leader and dear friend, Hakeem Jeffries. To all our Kingsborough Community College graduates, enjoy this day and the many memories you will carry forward. Spend time with your loved ones and savor your achievements. This is an important milestone in your life, and you have earned it. Congratulations again. We are so proud of you and wish you nothing but the very best. Thank you, felicidades, best of luck, buena suerte.
Graduates and guests, Kingsborough Community College, President Dr. Suri Deitch.
Good morning, everyone. How great is it to be in Coney Island with a packed house, right? So great. One of our world's greatest bastions of weirdness and idiosyncrasy. It is always good to remind ourselves of the importance and value of the weird, in my opinion. It's really exciting to be here. Thank you all for being here to celebrate with us. I join my colleagues in thanking the Commencement Committee chaired by Professor Keisha Thompson, thanking Borough President Reynoso, CUNY Vice Chair Sandra Wilkin, my colleagues in the KCC administration from the central office, our incredible faculty, especially the ones who are here in attendance today, whose presence is so appreciated, and our volunteers, those who are watching from campus on the live stream, and certainly a special thank you to Congressman Jeffries, who is here taking the time to be with us when there are so many other important duties calling to you. Thank you. So, each one of these people is here today and worked so hard to make this event as special as possible for you. It is the best day of the year. It is, as has been pointed out, the college's 60th commencement, so that is also special. You may be aware that Kingsborough opened in 1963 after a battle between the so-called master builder, Robert Moses, who wanted to turn Kingsborough's land into beaches, and a group of community activists who felt that the best use of that property would be a community college for the communities of South Brooklyn. And here we are today, 62 years later, the fulfillment of their great vision. Over 800 students are here today to celebrate this achievement of earning an associate degree. Every single one of you has something that distinguishes you as a member of this community and your accomplishments. Many of you held jobs, sometimes more than one, while studying. You may have raised children or taken care of other family members. Many of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. And there's so many of you who made Kingsborough's student life so vibrant. Our student athletes, including our baseball players, our esports champs. A special shout out to the fierce women of the Wave basketball team, right? Going to the national championship for the first time since 1971. Yeah, right? Appreciation to our veterans and those who are active duty, including Aaliyah Lewis, who is deployed right now and cannot be here. Her mother, Josephine Sneed, is going to walk across the stage for Aaliyah, and she works here at the Coney Island Amphitheater. How cool is that, right? We have June 18th birthdays. Anna, Kinesha, Claudia, Jahim, Tiffany, and BB. Happy birthday. And we have many of you who earned above a 3.5 GPA and joined Phi Theta Kappa. Congratulations. Appreciation to our student leaders. The time I've spent with you has been the most rewarding I've had this year. I have a special place in my heart for the 168 of you who started by learning English at KCC. And really, for all of our students who come from over 100 different countries. Our valedictorian and salutatorian this year are themselves perfect manifestations of Kingsborough values and success. Andres Soto, whose twisting and turning journey as a student is proof of the importance of resilience and flexibility in navigating life's challenges. And Stephen Lachter, who in his enthusiasm and dedication to this institution, along with a lot of hard work to achieve academically and to navigate a world that was not built to fit his particular brain, shows what someone on the autism spectrum can achieve and is a true inspiration, right? Each of you is proof that excellence and achievement are available to anyone who is motivated, focused, works hard, and uses their intelligence to grow and learn. But this is also a difficult moment in which to know what to say about my wishes for you. Hatred and resentment toward immigrants and migrants has grown around the world, including in our own country. There are deeply wrong and misguided people in positions of power who actually believe that those with darker skin are less intelligent and less deserving of opportunity than those with light skin. We have taken big steps backward in long-standing efforts to achieve parity of opportunity and access to success for women. And a tiny, tiny minority of people who don't fit narrowly into defined norms of gender have been made societal scapegoats with detrimental effects on them and on those that love them. This horrible situation is something with which I am contending as a parent. We are taking huge steps backward in dealing with climate change, throwing out decades worth of valuable knowledge of ourselves and the world around us. And technology is upending the workplace. Whatever field you end up working in, artificial intelligence is going to completely change how you do your work, probably not just once during the course of your career. So, this is the world in which you are working hard to make your own way, to create opportunities for yourself and to fulfill the dreams of your loved ones. And so in this context, I am struggling as an educator, as a leader, as a parent, as a member of this and other communities. I believe deeply in my role as an educator in a diverse community that includes many immigrants, many people of color, and many queer students. So in serving this diverse community, I believe that it is part of my job to create the kind of educational experience that will best prepare you for the world into which you are stepping, and that will model for you how best to navigate ever-shifting and sometimes even treacherous ground. I want to have the greatest possible impact for Kingsborough and the people in it, but how do I do that? How do I most effectively stand up for you in all your many shapes and forms? How do I stand up for what I believe is right? How do I stand up for myself and the rights of my own children? So I speak for the importance and value of diversity and for how immigration has shaped this great country, and I will continue to do that in every instance. And I will work as hard as I can to move this institution forward in ways that will meet the challenges of the moment. In part, that means creating a safe, welcoming environment where every single member of the community feels accepted and supported and able to make progress on their own personal journey into the future. But just as much, in my role as college president, I try to model for you and create a community in which others can model for you the behaviors and values that I believe will serve you well as you navigate this complex world. Those are of intelligence, attentiveness, resilience in the face of conflict and adversity, flexibility, and giving grace to yourself and to others, not to be perfect, but instead to be learning and evolving human beings, meeting the demands of the moment as best you can. This is what I try to achieve for myself as well. So my wishes for you, and some of what I hope you will take from now, what is now your lifelong membership in the Kingsborough community, that you know how to successfully navigate differences among people and diversity of background and perspective, while also knowing that as human beings, we have most things in common, that you know that your own skill and intelligence is always there to help you and grow throughout your career and your life, that you welcome constructive technological change in your life, including artificial intelligence in your daily lives and in your work, figuring out how it can supplement and expand your base of knowledge while you continue to think for yourself and, I hope, to write, because writing is a form of thinking. Even when the large language model is telling you what should be the next word in your text or email. Most of all, that you know wherever you end up and whatever challenges you encounter, that this community will always back you up, and that the spirit of care and concern that Kingsborough holds for its students will always be there for you. One of my favorite students here today, who would have been highly successful at any institution, recently told me that her Kingsborough experience made her more humble. I don't know exactly what she meant, but I certainly feel humbled by the emotions and events of the past year at our college, and I think that is a good thing. So, just as I wish for myself and my own, I wish for you to leave here today with skill, intelligence, and ambition tempered by humility and the knowledge that the world you are in may sometimes feel like it is shifting right under your feet, but that this institution and the people within it will always love and support you, and that you will be able to figure out what to do and how to move forward. Congratulations, Kingsborough Community College Class of 2025.
So at this time, I welcome Assemblywoman Monique Chandler Waterman. I welcome the Borough President of Brooklyn, the Honorable Antonio Reynoso.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Antonio Reynoso, and I'm the president of the greatest borough in the city of New York, Brooklyn. And for anyone that's not from Brooklyn, you're welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you all today in this joyous, momentous occasion, and I just want to say to all the graduates that after today, it's all your fault. No more excuses. At a very young age, my parents got here from the Dominican Republic. All right. With very little in their pockets. So we were on welfare, food stamps, Section 8. There wasn't a government subsidy that existed that my family didn't have to take advantage of so that I can have food in my stomach and a roof over my head. Government showed up for me. But I always said that given the opportunity, that there will be no limit to what I can do and what I can become. Many of us come from different circumstances in life, and we're always talking about if we only had a chance, if we had a shot, if there was equity in the work that we do. Should we be born into a family with more money? Should we be born into riches, a family that is not of immigrant background, a parent that doesn't speak a different language, that with that equity, we would make it. The sky would be the limit. Well, you have your shot. Equity has been built into your lives. You now have something that not many people in this country have. You have an associate's degree. You are given equity. What you do from here on out speaks to what your limit is. Don't use any excuses about your past. I stand before you as the youngest borough president in the history of the city of New York. As the first Dominican elected to any borough-wide seat in the city, and the first Latino in this borough of Brooklyn. And I don't say that to pat myself on the back. I say that because I'm just like you. But don't let yourself be limited. Don't give excuses. You're from Brooklyn. We don't do that. We make it happen. We get things done. The last thing I want to leave you with is that we're in a world that seems to have lost compassion. We seem to have lost a bit of who we are in our common denominator. We are all a family of the human race, and it seems like we seem to forget that every single day. I want to leave you with a quote from one of the greatest poets to ever grace the great land of Brooklyn. His name was Christopher Wallace. Most people knew him as the Notorious B.I.G. And he said, "Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way." If you were born in Brooklyn, you're raised in Brooklyn, you're educated in Brooklyn, you have an obligation to have compassion, to be kind, to show love any chance you get. So if you leave here with nothing of what I said, just remember those two things. You're from Brooklyn. We don't make excuses. And you have an obligation to spread love. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 2025. And I have a surprise gift for Kingsborough Community College. I want the president to come up because it is 60 years, so we have to celebrate your birthday and 60 years of service. I get very few charter mandated responsibilities given to me by this great borough, and one of them is to proclaim days for momentous occasions like this. So congratulations to Kingsborough Community College. Thank you. Can I get a hug?
Thank you, Borough President. I now call upon our Student Government Association President, Shaquana Young, to introduce today's keynote speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shaquana Young. I'm honored to have served as the Student Government President at Kingsborough, and today it's my privilege to introduce the speaker. Hakeem Jeffries is the Democratic leader in the U.S. House of Representatives, the highest-ranking Democrat in the chamber, and represents New York's 8th congressional district, including this very community. Elected unanimously to his leadership role in November 2022, he is a Brooklyn native serving his 7th term in Congress. Jeffries is known for his advocacy for social and economic justice and previously chaired the Democratic Caucus. He has a track record of passing bipartisan legislation, including the First Step Act, widely regarded as the most meaningful criminal justice reform in a generation, and the Music Modernization Act for copyright updates. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he secured billions in funding for the Metropolitan Transportation Authority and expanded testing in underserved communities. In January 2020, Jeffries made history as the first African-American House impeachment manager during Trump's Senate trial. Before Congress, he served 6 years in the New York State Assembly, where he advocated for civil liberties and housing reforms. Jeffries holds a bachelor's degree in political science from SUNY Binghamton, a master's in public policy from Georgetown, and a law degree from NYU, graduating magna cum laude. Following law school, he clerked for Judge Harold Baird, Jr. of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York and practiced law at Paul, Wise, Rivkine, Wharton, and Garrison, LLP. He also served as counsel in the litigation department at Viacom, Inc. and CBS. Born in Brooklyn and raised in Crown Heights, he now lives in Prospect Heights with his family. Please welcome House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Thank you so much, Shaquana, for those very generous words of introduction. Proud of you, proud of each and every one of you. What an honor to be here. Good morning. Buen dia. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. What an honor and a privilege to be here with such an incredible group of graduates. To President Deitch, to the distinguished members of the faculty who are here, of course, to Sandra Wilkin, the Vice Chair, to your valedictorian, Andres, and your salutatorian, Stephen. Congratulations on this tremendous accomplishment. To the family members and parents and all of the loved ones, but certainly to the graduating class that is here today. Is KCC in the building right now? Is the graduating class of 2025 in the building right now? Are you ready to go out there and change the world? I'm so thankful to be back in Brooklyn, and I couldn't think of a better place to be than this graduation ceremony. We're so appreciative of the work and the journey that you have been on. You have worked hard. You have run your race. You have crossed the finish line and earned the honor of being a graduate here at Kingsborough Community College, one of the best community colleges in the United States of America. Your parents are proud of you. Your family is proud of you. Your school is proud of you. Your professors are proud of you. The community is proud of you. And I'm here today as a member of the United States Congress to make it clear that the country is proud of you as well. You've done a good thing. Now, from time to time, I've had the opportunity to be the keynote speaker at graduation ceremonies here in Brooklyn and New York City, across the state, and on occasion across the country. But I've learned, of course, that even as keynote speaker, I'm not the main event, you're the main event. And so I'm going to try and follow the advice that I was once given by a former Sunday school teacher of mine. I grew up in the Cornerstone Baptist Church, and she once said to me, "Jeffries, on the question of public speaking, be brief, be bright, and be gone." And so let me just briefly share with you a few quick words on the topic, when life knocks you down, don't give up, get up. When life knocks you down, don't give up, get up. You know, Winston Churchill, one of the great statesmen of the 20th century, he once made the observation that in life, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. At the end of the day, all that matters is the courage to continue. I put it a different way. A knockdown is different than a knockout. That's the Hakeem Jeffries remix, y'all. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. All that matters is the courage to continue. I've learned throughout my journey, a journey that took me from growing up in a working class neighborhood in Crown Heights to Midwood High School to Binghamton University, Binghamton to Georgetown, Georgetown back home to NYU Law School to the practice of law to the New York State Assembly, the New York State Assembly to the United States Congress. But throughout that journey, I've had moments of trials and tribulations, moments that I've been knocked down. Had to learn that lesson, that a knockdown is different than a knockout. You know, life is filled with ups and downs, with highs and lows. Graduates, with peaks and with valleys. I fly a lot between New York and Washington, Washington back home to New York, across the country, in my capacity as House Democratic leader, sometimes across the world. And I've realized that one of the reasons why so many folks don't like to fly is because when they get on that plane, they recognize that at some point along the way, they're likely to encounter turbulence. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Up in the air, 30,000 feet high, plane starts rocking back and forth, no place to go. It's at that moment when everybody on the plane gets religion. Folks start praying, Lord, just plant my feet on solid ground. What am I trying to say? In life, you can't get from your point of departure to your point of destination without at some moment along the way encountering turbulence. That's just one of the realities of life. Many of you have overcome turbulence. That's why you're sitting here right now as graduates of 2025. That turbulence, of course, will pop up from time to time as you continue your journey. And here's the thing, there are going to be some moments when that turbulence strikes. And you'll have your family, you'll have your friends, you'll have your besties, and that's a wonderful thing. But there'll also be some folks around you who are going to doubt your ability to make it through. A former vice president of the United States once called these kind of individuals nattering nabobs of negativism. They are persistent pessimists, notorious naysayers, cantankerous critics. In Brooklyn, we just call them haters. Folks who, whenever you're on the verge of a breakthrough, will doubt your ability to make it through. But when you hit those moments of turbulence, as you've already successfully navigated your way through, I want you to dismiss the doubters and keep marching towards your dream. Just dismiss those doubters and keep marching towards your dream. When life knocks you down, don't give up, get up. You know, I ran for office twice for a seat in the New York State Assembly, and I lost twice. I was a two-time loser. I was knocked down on the ground. It was unclear whether I'd ever have an opportunity to win elected office. Two-time loser. Doubters and haters were all around me. I had to figure out how to learn from the challenges that I encountered. Pick myself up off the ground, dust myself off, and keep moving forward. Because I was encouraged to do so and found the resilience somehow to do so, I stand here today as the highest ranking Democrat in the United States Congress. That's your story. That's your possibility as you encounter the turbulence of the moment. How is it that I found the resilience to get up after being knocked down twice? It's because I just took a look at people who had achieved incredible success in every field of human endeavor, whether that was politics or business or art or science or sports, entertainment, theater, innovation. Looked at people in every field of human endeavor who had achieved incredible success, but realized if you took a close look at their journey, at some point along the way, they encountered failure, disappointment. They were knocked down on the ground. So it's important for you, as you are moving forward, don't take a look at the glory of what people ultimately achieve. Watch the story. And when you watch the story, you'll see that people like you have faced challenges and have been forced to overcome. So let me end with this brief observation about life, the unexpected moments that will hit you in life. It kind of reminds me what you will encounter as you move forward at a time that some young folks, like all of you, they were gathered at the home of one of the wealthiest people in the world. And they gathered at this home. It's a giant estate, and there's a big lake in that estate. They're on one side of the lake, and in the lake there are crocodiles and alligators and one small turtle. The owner of the estate, as I mentioned, one of the wealthiest people in the world, he shows up and sees these young people. He's on the other side of the lake. And he calls out to these young people, says, if any of you are willing to jump in the lake, rescue the turtle, and can make it to the other side, I'll give you anything that you want in this world. About 5 minutes pass by and no one responds. So the owner of the estate turned around and began to walk away. And as the owner was walking away, all of a sudden he heard a big splash. Turned back around, saw one young person in the lake, desperately trying to make it to the other side. And this young person, he bobbed and weaved, dodged the crocodiles and alligators, made it to the middle, scooped up the turtle, continued to bob and weave, made it to the other side, got out, dried off, handed over the turtle to the owner of the estate. Owner said to this young person, congratulations, I'm not sure how you did it, but you made it to the other side. Now, as I promised, you can have anything that you want in this world. And the young person just paused for a moment and said, well, I just want to know who pushed me in the lake. Some of y'all will get that on the way home. What am I trying to say? In life, you're going to find yourself having to confront moments of unexpected adversity. Unexpected adversity. As you already have confronted. Dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, a once-in-a-century pandemic that altered life at its very core, yet you've overcome it in life. You're going to confront unexpected adversity. And when you find yourself in that moment, you've only got two options. You can either sink or you can swim. But because of your intellect, because of your preparation, because of the training that you've received here at Kingsborough Community College, the resilience that you've already shown, I'm confident that whatever life throws at you, you're going to be able to make it to the other side. Graduates of this great community college, you are America, and America is you. It's amazing that you all come from more than 100 different countries here in America, a gorgeous mosaic of people from across the world, the best of what America represents. We are white, we are black, we are Latino, we are Asian, we are Native American, we are Christian, we are Jewish, we are Muslim, we are Hindu, we are religious, we are secular, we are gay, we are straight, we are women, we are men, we are citizens, we are dreamers. Out of many, we are one. That's what makes America a great country, and that's what makes this college and all of you incredible. Congratulations. God bless you. God bless the graduates. God bless the United States of America. When life knocks you down, don't give up, get up.
Graduates and guests, please welcome Dr. Catherine Ma of the Department of Behavioral Sciences to deliver the remarks to the graduating class on behalf of Kingsborough faculty.
Okay, I am honored to be the first Asian faculty member chosen as commencement speaker at Kingsborough. Many of you are first-generation college graduates, like I am. Some of you came to America without knowing a word of English, like I did. Some of you struggled in college, like I did. But look where we are today. When I was a kid, I used to think I had a lot of disadvantages. I grew up in a low-income neighborhood. I was being bullied for being Chinese. I began school not knowing a word of English. And I struggled in college and in graduate school. But now as an adult, I realized that those disadvantages were actually strengths that prepared me for my destiny, which is to teach some of the most resilient students I have ever met. You are the reason why I love teaching at Kingsborough. I see myself in all of you, which makes me so proud to stand before you today. I want to share some of the wisdom that I've learned throughout the years, and it's not because I'm smarter than you. I've just made more mistakes in my 54 years of life on this earth. So I want you to benefit from all the mistakes that I've made. Number one, surround yourself only with people who love and respect you. Sometimes those people are your family, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're mentors, they're colleagues, your friends. Sometimes they're not even human, they're your fur babies. Simply petting my pug Boba helps me stay sane in an insane world. So whatever life throws at you, remember that your resilience is what has gotten you this far. You have to be your biggest advocate and your biggest cheerleader. I would not be standing here before you without my amazing colleagues and my husband, Paul. So always keep those who love and respect you close by. I also live by the words of CUNY alum Shirley Chisholm, just like what Trustee Wilkin had mentioned. But I take her words one step further. Don't wait for a seat at the table. Build your own table. I saw how difficult it was for Asian women to thrive at CUNY, so I co-founded an Asian American women's empowerment group that aims to foster a stronger, tighter community at Kingsborough, one that offers mentorship, sisterhood, and opportunities with 3 other Asian women who also work at CUNY. Number 3, keep standing up for yourself. I know we're living through some scary times. There will be people who wish to keep you quiet and try to control you because they see how powerful you are. Your voice is very powerful. Never, ever forget that. Number 4, find your joy. Spend a few minutes every day doing something that brings you joy. Doing so is going to help you get through the stressful times. You are born worthy of joy, so make sure that you choose it for a couple of minutes every single day. Last, stay curious and be a lifelong learner. Learning about other people, their cultures, their histories, and languages reinforces tolerance and respect for one another. Read books that broaden your knowledge, and always never stop learning. I look out at this incredible and beautiful class of 2025, the next generation of leaders, and I am truly humbled and inspired by all of you. I also have one thing to share with our valedictorian, Mr. Soto. I also recovered from a low GPA, and all I have to say is that the comeback is stronger than the setback. So remember this day. Remember where you came from and how hard but fulfilling your road to success has been. Remember the dreams that brought you here and build the self-confidence to fulfill those dreams and then dream bigger. And remember that we are all rooting for you. We can't wait to see what you do next. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Ma. Now I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Sharon Warren Cook, Interim Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost.
Thank you, Professor Johnson. Congratulations to the Kingsborough graduating class of 2025. There's a list of student awards that you'll find today in the commencement program. The recipients of these awards have already been honored at previous presentation ceremonies. However, it is only fitting to recognize them in today's program as well. I would like to call your attention to a select group of students who, due to their outstanding academic achievements, have earned membership in Phi Theta Kappa, the International Honor Society for Community College Students. Will the members of Phi Theta Kappa please stand to be recognized? Thank you. This year was a tremendous year in sports for the KCC Wave student athletes. Among the many achievements, 4 of our college teams competed in national games at CUNY's 5 core sports. The women's basketball team appeared in the national championship for the first time since the early 1970s. We had a national championship in esports for the 2nd year in a row, and the Wave won 2 national titles in esports this year alone. The Wave also collectively won the prestigious Commissioner's Cup for the 2nd straight year, awarded annually to CUNY's best overall athletics departments. 27 student athletes are graduating this year. Will our student athletes please stand to be recognized? Thank you. The treasured interaction between faculty and students is the core of the educational experience. We wish to recognize those individuals whose dedication to education of our graduates has made this commencement day possible, the Kingsborough faculty. Faculty members, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Finally, I am pleased to recognize a unique group of Kingsborough students. These students have been a part of our community college since they were in the 6th grade. I am speaking of the students of the Kingsborough Early College Secondary School. By completing a special and rigorous curriculum, these students will graduate this year with both a New York City High School diploma and a Kingsborough Community College Associate's degree. Will the Kingsborough Early College Secondary School graduates and their principal, Dr. Tracy Murrin, please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Two decades ago, Andres Soto walked from college with a low GPA and a lingering sense of failure. Today, he walked on stage at Kingsborough Community College as the Kingsborough Community College's class of 2025 valedictorian, graduating with a 4.0. He is here today with a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment. Soto, now 40, returned to school after years in a job that left him unfulfilled. Encouraged by his partner and inspired by his sister, his desire pushed him on. Born in Puerto Rico and raised in Brooklyn since the age of 5, Soto has been excessively compulsed, and interested in the issues around sports and teaching. He graduated from us in January of 2025 and has been studying at Brooklyn College since then. He plans on completing a master's degree and then a doctorate. As valedictorian, he sees his speech today as a chance to motivate others. He believes, take advantage of your youth. The time will pass away anyway. Use it wisely. But if you stay humble, it is never too late to go after your dreams. As I sat with him and talked with him this morning, he told me that this had been a dream of his life to be at this point. So I refuse to put any more time or any more conversation or any more speech between bringing Andres Soto to the podium to speak with you. It is my pleasure, and I ask you to join me in please welcoming Kingsborough's class of 2025's valedictorian, Andres Soto.
Hello, class of 2025. How are you doing? Wow, what a dream come true. A dream that I've had since elementary school. It is quite the honor to be standing here, especially as a Latino, and the first physical education valedictorian. Thank you. And whether you got here on the express train, the local, or like me, you took a scenic detour with 20 years of pit stops. We made it, and that's what matters. Give yourself a round of applause. We're graduating today, but for me, it's a journey long in the making. 40 years to be exact. It wasn't easy. I faced challenges from the moment I turned 5 and came to the US. I came from Puerto Rico with my Army veteran dad and caring mom, without knowing any English. We struggled financially, but my parents made sure my siblings and I were taken care of. But probably like many of you, I doubted myself. More than I should have. I gained a lot of experience, but I also lost a lot along the way. I lost my confidence. I lost some family members. I lost some friends. I lost myself. I stumbled the first time going to college right after high school. Without a purpose and any academic focus, my grades dipped. At the same time, I was struggling to balance my work and school schedule, so I quit my job. That left me with no money on my own. What resulted was me dropping out of college and not knowing what to do. I was too embarrassed as a first-generation college student to ask for help from anyone, including my parents. I hid away in their basement, and I mistakenly chose to ignore my responsibilities. But thankfully, my superhero dad was there for me. Together with my uncle, he got me a good paying union job. And after working there for over a decade, I thought I had it made. How much better can a person with no college degree do in the expensive New York City? But something was missing. And that something was purpose. With my sister as my inspiration, after she recently went back and graduated from college herself, and my significant other, who pushed me to follow my dreams, I decided to enroll at Kingsborough Community College, a place where dreams begin. However, I still had my doubts. Could I still keep up academically? Could I balance being a full-time student with a full-time job? Should I quit my job and live off of ramen noodles and Chef Boyardee? And as a physical education major, could I really keep up with the students who grew up doing TikTok dance challenges while my bones crack as I'm getting off the couch? The faculty and staff at Kingsborough erased those doubts. My professors, including Hume, Fearley, Bracco, Levine, Youssef, Poinsett, Ricciardi, and Franquise, or as the students like to call him, Papi Chulo, taught me that, inspired me, and helped me realize that I was doing the right thing. Athletic Director Bobby and Equipment Manager Dave made sure I'd had the tools to thrive. The ASAP and honors programs pushed me academically to levels I thought I couldn't reach again. The Rec Club and Melissa Reggio programs fostered my leadership skills. My friends and colleagues, Robert, Antonio, Stephen, and many others supported me and showed me what teamwork is. Kingsborough gave me that second chance that I needed to succeed. And I can't thank everyone enough. So please give them a round of applause. They deserve it. One of the most important equations I learned at Kingsborough is E equals MC squared. Yeah, I hear some of the little snickers, laughter, and maybe some of the groans in there from some of you that got the flashbacks of that science class that you were forced to take. But hear me out. E equals MC squared. Effort equals motivation times consistency squared. Effort is the single biggest thing that you control that stands between you and success. Be consistent, especially on the days when you least want to. And if you can find the motivation to multiply that consistency, you will flourish. The person that shows 100% effort and 50% talent will go farther than the person who shows 50% effort but has 100% talent. I know because I lived it. Also realize that that effort is hidden most of the time. Thousands of hours are put into a movie, but you only see the 2-hour product. Athletes put thousands of hours into practice, but we only see the 2-hour game. Singers and artists go through many renditions of their work before you see the final artwork or hear the finished album. People don't see the hard work right away, but it shines. It shines at the end. So put in the work through self-discipline. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Think for a second what you want to become most in life. Perhaps it's a great sports player or an amazing singer or a great cook. Now ask yourself how many hours you spend a day working towards that goal. Does it match? Well, let me ask you this. If a person does plumbing 12 hours a day, what is he? A plumber, right? If a person writes poems for 10 hours a day, what is he? A poet. This is where you have to realize what your purpose is and have the discipline to work on it every day using the E equals MC squared formula. Achievement takes sacrifice. The other thing I want to bring up is the importance of higher education. I used to think it wasn't necessary as long as I made money. After all, it's about who you know, not what you know, right? Not always. Realize that receiving higher education makes networking easier. It gives you access to many more career options, and you still have to know what you're doing. After all, you don't want a doctor operating on you just because they knew somebody, right? Hopefully your degree is in something you are passionate about so that you can turn it into a career where you don't feel like you're working a single day in your life. Don't ever settle for good enough. Continue your education and follow through on your dreams. The last thing I want to stress is the importance of time. I stand here in front of my abuelita, my grandma, for those who don't know Spanish, who made time to come to my graduation during her chemotherapy. Love you, Grandma. I want to remind everyone that you only live once. Make the most of your youth because it comes with unrivaled advantages. It is something that no matter how hard anyone works, including myself, you cannot get it back. But if for whatever reason you stumble like I did, It'll be okay. As my brother recently reminded me, past struggles are also memories that make you who you are today. Ask for help, be more determined, and go harder to get what makes you happiest. Don't see it as a lost time when you invest time in yourself, because that is the best investment you can possibly make. So now this is the quote that made me finally take action, and I hope it inspires you too. The great Earl Nightingale once said, "Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it." The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put that passing time to the best possible use. So to my fellow graduates, whether you're here straight from high school, returning after years away like me, or balancing a dozen responsibilities to make this moment happen, know this: you are proof that persistence pays off, that growth is always possible, and that it's never too late to rewrite your story. Congratulations, class of 2025.
And now, the most important part of today's ceremony. At this time, we honor to present the Kingsborough Community College candidates for degrees from the class of 2025 to President Deitch. Graduates, please rise and follow your classmates. When you are in your row, it is asked that you do so by commencement marshal. After being recognized, follow the path to return to your seats. While each of your pairs has had the opportunity to be individualized, recognized, and remain seated for the remaining ceremony. Thank you.
Isaac Fine, Derek Da Cruz,
Stephanie Masonette, Lauren Shaliza Murillo,
Jayla Marie Robinson, Samia Barrett, Diamond Cruz, Sierra Shian Morgan, Hasway Barjan Jr.,
David Michael Zubin,
Deborah Patricia Ann Moultrie, Daniel Pronchatov, Zara Mark,
Tanant Gettleman,
Ka Yan Ang,
Friji Sherry, Amina Aurangzeb,
Chelsea Elizabeth Yan Lewis,
Adina Chazanoff,
Mohammed U. Iqbal,
Salih Hassad,
Jomar Ferreira Gonzalez,
Max Luca Platti,
Mary T. Gomez,
Nilufar Bakieva. Jasmine D. Fuller.
Ryan Moreno Garcia. Stephen Lachter.
Shaquana Young. Andres Soto.
Sherilyn Johnson.
Maria Brown. Maria Colon del Rio.
Haby Kane.
Ryan Christopher Dahl.
Christopher Jace.
Tara Traster. Asma Zerbal.
Charles Bernard Long Sr.
Maria Tam Ho.
Ryan Maylees.
Kathy Tran. Ricardo Montanez.
Raymond Ignatius Charles Hilaire. Hamza Banihani. Naomi Barkovsky.
Veronica Renee Volero. Chia Yu Wu.
Paule Gicha.
Brian Daniels. William Finch. Valeria DeFara.
Katharina Sokach.
Mosa Al-Zandani.
Jasmine Patterson. Lumi Murillo.
Jordan Edwards.
Lumi Elena Murillo.
Tamara Sayed.
Lamar Green.
Aldo Thomas.
Arta Jaloshi. Sierra Grant.
Kiana Rojas. Kayla Wilson.
Annalise Landolfi.
Omofolabo Amusa.
Amina Saher.
Armando Marin. Brenda Lee. Liam Cesar Latz.
Aziza Aminjonova. Quanisha Holman.
Shmuel Shimshi.
Lubov Feduk. Zachary Abel.
Marius Jacobson. John Nassan.
James Slurdy. Hayari Cortez Perez. Kevin Martinez. Antonio Figueroa. Brandon Flores. Justin Mejia. Aram Osapian. Alexander Victor Loreza.
Rukshona Makhmudova. Rukshona Marufova.
Sitora Halikova.
Nakija Coombs.
Joseph D. Laforte. Kamnayochuku Mbadiwe.
Brooklyn Signorelli. Abigail Walsh.
Weich August. Doria Viola Duff.
Andy Vivas Hernandez.
Jason Cipriani.
Milagros Salas Gonzalez.
Savaya Jeter.
Faridin Shamsiev. Sachel St. Pierre.
Dong Xiao Tsui. Luke Stevenson Desir.
Meng Yao Zhang. Mohammed Jallo.
James Burrell.
Marianne Joy Montarde.
Timaya Wallace.
Victoria Pack. Anastasia Nova.
Nona Agoronova. Oksana Chisinok. Zurafo Artikova.
Ruth Vasquez.
Stephanie Lopez.
Christopher Fuad.
Alicia Brown Garcia.
Jamia Toninia Parker. Delisha Moore.
Lise Bensona Gay.
Lloyd Watson.
Kafir Bismuth.
Abdullah Ishfaq Khalik.
Matush A. Chekowitz.
Gabriela Sosa Medina. Adam Waba.
Naza Alieva.
Brandon Rose.
Nimra Khalid. Warda Khalid.
Veronica Chantel Edith Shanwan.
Rory Lawhorn.
Lisa J. Roper.
Ciro Joseph Borriello.
Jessica Menasha.
Michael DeJager.
Devin Inns.
Shauna Waller.
Nerlene Brutus. Jody Joda D. Floyd. Jennifer Demera.
Guy Mark Vibert.
Olivia Hansen. Danir Garcia. Shakrizoda Fezieva.
Tassim Henry Kelly.
Kenvin J. Bedminster. Jabari Crawford.
Tamara D. Lane.
Ashley Ling Chen. Kyra May Allison.
Sam Cooper Lee.
Colby Serreras.
Nicholas Vanseliu.
Jasmine Morris.
Alejandro Jesus Caballero.
Irina Vranesco.
Diamond Alexis Charles.
Sean Jafar.
Chadwich Ashmead.
Yelyazveta Krasulia.
Connor Lawson. Mir Sultan Murakmedov.
Nehemiah Lassell Hatchett. Erin Monique Brown. Soraya Gladden. Jeremy Gomez.
Isabella Stratigakis.
Oriana Cabrera. Mia Paula Cabrera. Glenda C. Gonzalez. Naomi Annabelle Collado. Xavier Canty.
Diamond K. Nixon.
Brittany Amy.
Anthony Kotveta. Mark Gibia. Maxi Paez.
Gabriele Murky Nonon.
Eris Salas.
Salma Mustafa El Shanshuri.
Lillian Lisette Moya. Gloria McClure.
Khalid Hamden.
Autumn Mercedes Waters. Abdulaziz Oladimeji Usman.
Liba Romero. Malcolm Brathwaite. Justin Campbell.
Roger Aviles,
Evalder Velasquez.
Natalia Arapi.
Ayomide Odunicki.
Shakura Taylor.
Juan Agate, Larry R. Brown, Lorna Bignall,
Preston McDermott.
Regina Gavigan, Susie Grison Manzan,
Tanisha Walters.
Anique Anna K. McKenzie.
Annie Ying Lee.
Carlos Devante Size.
Juliet Diaz,
Kiara Wallace.
Mary Buckmeyer,
Alexia de Oliveira.
Maria Tack.
Nikisha Decoteau, Kayla Elise Donovan, Talia DeVoe,
Gabriel Moran. Mia Vasquez. Elder Cruz.
Olivia Rivera.
Lovely H. Freeman, Naya Latrice Barclift, Markayla Atwell, Kira E. Dorville, Galina Chertikova, Dina Capatina,
Sylvia Rod Guyman. Guadalupe Romero.
Abimbola Esther Adeyemi,
Dylan Krupzinski.
Marion Olselby.
Thu Pham.
Naomi Fatima Estime,
Arlie Toscano Garcia.
Nerlene Axis,
Lucille W. Mortley. Ivana Pankova.
James Matthew Haddad,
Salvatore Vito Montalbano.
Travis Audie Smith Jr.
Nicole Douglas,
Ruslan Viliv.
Kim Hoang,
Murray Nelson.
Jamel Belizaire,
No, I'm good.
Keisha Headley, Laura Gonzalez, Alyssa Yulka Dinville, Gita El Khalil, Christopher Gualpa,
Cheyenne Manahan,
Jason Jack Garcia,
Hugo Morales Garcia, Jonathan M. Mezhebovsky,
Sherlyn Escobar, Odyssey Monica Amsterdam,
Ashante Miller James,
Sergio Zamora,
Riquelme Aldahir Kolap Kolap, Deanna Bodkin,
Chun Jong Lin,
Olga Shaidakova,
Sumera Nasim,
Maleka Razak,
Burulzat Ergeshbaeva,
Tanzila Jahangir, Daha Jamal Omer,
Nia Nevea Garrison,
Olga Yaschenko, Albina Red,
Yulia Andreeva,
Brandon Price,
Shanika Bowen,
Elian Lopez, Jezebel Miranda,
Alejandra Castillo,
Cleverson Sakshili,
Maria Cherednik,
Yakov Ishbister,
Juan Valencia,
Mirayert Kidabanova,
Nazirkia Zumakanova, Mia Belinda Vargas,
Denisha Millionard,
Caitlin Francis Taylor, Batty Yep, Tin Lok Jong,
Atsari Nazrio,
Kayla Melendez, Kylene Melendez,
Naomi Galindo Rodriguez,
Carlene Jean,
Iomide David Stephen,
Rishonda Peebles,
Natina E. Robinson,
Rochelle Holmes,
Aisu Kalken, Jessica Lewishushka Bermejo,
Xiang Yi Cao,
Mary Perez Gomez, Janaya Masonette,
Grace Ann Flynn. Richard Daniel Evangelista.
Christina Quintana. Andrea Mendoza Flores. Allison Martinez.
Xiaowen Xu.
Jillian Branch.
James Murahi Boratil. Rihan Agahim. Zamzami. Rayan Agahim. Gent Jaru. Anthony Tuche. Shazoda Azdova. Emma Kiko. Dan Pisotiski. Madison Q. Rafe Warren.
Olivia Haley Hercules.
Francesca Mogavero.
Crystal V. Castillo.
Elizabeth Jose. Julia Zolotayeva. Candice Lung.
Nija S. Ballard. Rachel Antoine.
Flor Batris Cruz.
Alexa Agatha Antonella.
Nicole Roberts.
Nicole Karen Walker. Amina Zahid.
Miriam Noreen.
Amara Bibi. Sara Assam Chaudhry.
Aruba Shahazadi. Jaden Easter. Isabel Osborne. Isaiah Bernot. Sofia Pena Vega. Kayla Campbell.
Jadine Cox.
Alexandro Coronati. Samira Lubin. Layla Folks. Curtis Barjan.
Ronard Kelly.
Shamara Rashana Abrams.
Ayana Perez. Micaiah Rogers.
Amaya Nelson. Alasia Jennings. Ariella Barazov. Eleftheria Biokis. Rebecca Mardakayev.
David Anthony Torres.
Zachary Hilaire.
Jennifer B. Jean-Baptiste. Taylor S. Joseph. Madina Makhmudova. Musa Kamara. Robia Makhmudova.
Ezekiel Vasquez. Anna Stoblovskaya. Zoe McQueen. Joseph Anderson Perez Guzman. Caitlin Silvignoli. Quanisha Jackson. Edwin Garcia.
Valeria Barbara Van Tile.
Ethan Xavier Layson.
Jorge Cuevas.
Gabriela Rytov.
Brianelli Dela Cruz. Nadira Gonzalez.
Mohammed Kokar.
Sergei Zasienko.
Rex Voltaire Malazarte.
Hiba H. Erzuki.
Ishai Johnson. Brianna Chanel Pate.
Jaquillery J. Saunders.
Helen Elefay.
Olha Hutnik. Chantel Burrell. Ashanti J. Drayton.
Cassidy Nicholas.
Naiha Tanvir.
Gianna Marnello. Josephine Abasora. Catherine Miranda. Andy Sosa. Rafi Beg. Alvin Mai. Kendra Amoroso. Claire Bassov.
Jakari L. Cruz.
Sarah Jahangir.
Ivan Gonzalez.
Christian Zambrano.
Angel Guevara. Noe A. Harris. Naeem Harvey.
Yolanda Lalane. Scarlett Romaine Jackson.
Aaliyah Joseph. Kaylin Rebo. Skyla St. Fleur.
Shaniqua Raphael.
Nikaya Kersey.
Dilafruz Hakimova. Stephanie Carrillo. Rasha Al-Hajj. Ashley Karma Elizabeth Diaz. Aisatu Ba. Brian Rashad Davis Hibbler. Cassandra DeLone.
Julie Anna Cleopatra Lewin. Aaliyah Lewis. Esther Lewis.
Sydney Simone Smith. Milana Shargo.
Shaiquata Simone Shaw.
Gabriela Balbuena Ponce. Yamima Beni Israel.
Ricky Isaiah Hernandez.
Ericberto Santiago Nunez. Euphony Remy. Yelena Ragimova.
Rawia Naji. Tina Emily Kushner.
Shaban Ali.
Jared Inkster.
Kenley Christopher Charlatan. Crystalee Charlemagne.
Brianna Solomon. Alyssa Romero.
Rosa Perdomo.
Natoya Williams.
Angie Fernandez.
Rakshuna Zayudaluva.
Gulnoza Azimova.
Gulirabo Kuldoshbekova.
Elena Hassanolu.
Latanya Malone. Tiffany Malone.
Ghislaine L. Watson.
Thomas Sutton.
Delano Thompson.
Stefan Joseph.
Rashida Campbell. Narmin Alaverdieva.
Vanessa Rios.
Anne-Marie Latoya Guthrie Noche.
Samantha Hazel Ann Reynolds.
Avian Brathwaite.
Paige Kennedy Morgan.
Heaven Amoya Robinson.
Dola Al-Qatari. Jania Jamilia Daisha Drumgool. Teniola Claire Francois.
Laura Valentina Ortiz Ramirez. Gabriela Alejandra Jimenez Correa.
Nancy Aviles Leal. Elstonique Q.S. Adams. Ronke R. Abbas. Anna Melov. Namaya Dumastil. Latifia Tamia Charles. Cecilia Catania. Keone S. Griffin. Shanique Edwards. Maliha Farah.
Kabir Sheldon.
Dwayne N. Johnson.
Guitoven Saint Germain.
Pan Shu Feng. Maciej Leniartek.
Janet Suzette Rendon.
Sonia Das.
Omar Lopez Ortiz. Michelle Okibo.
Vosala Babayeva.
Carolina Munguia Valerio. Alexander Malinsky. Danny Mendoza.
Noor Fahed Al-Tam. Rahaf Al-Masri.
Jacqueline Perez.
Alexandra Yevtuk.
Veronica Leondova.
Victoria Isabel Robinson.
Andrea Michelle Halley.
Jiaqi Zheng.
Jillian DeMacy. Dante Levi Connell.
Tanaya Williams. Angelo Cotro Santucci.
Abigail Lewis.
Shavern Thomas.
Cheyenne O. David. Rainier Custodio Ventura.
Kevin Alexis Soriano Gutierrez.
Sandra Ciceron.
Megan Nieves.
Aaliyah Amoye Cranston.
Simora Dejournay Small.
Julissa Chanel Gilmore. Riquelme Romeo Bennett.
Shaziel Johnson.
Noah Matias.
Samantha N. Quintanilla.
Christopher Edward Samaniego.
Dezico Phillips.
Equasia Thomas.
Nino Buryanidze. Inshra Afshan.
Vanessa V. Rivera.
Magali Galindo Rosas.
Kevin Richard Mishkiri.
Nairi Rothman.
Brianne Levinsky.
Kayla Willis.
Shakram Adukakimov.
Bober Norkulov.
Daniel Bardimashvili. Wilfred Durandis Jr.
Agustin Yepes.
Shade Renee Brody.
Cashel Lerone Johnson.
Kadiesha Lara Spence. Shanita Thompson Ahern.
Imani Light.
Hussein Ali. Mariam Begum. Filza Ali.
Cherie D. Seeley.
Selena Hinton Jones.
Catherine Lopez. Anessa Miller.
Ifat Sumaita.
Hakib Bazad.
Shondi Valcourt. Hannah Tamaya Scantleberry.
John Anthony Koyotzi.
Gabrielle Solomon. Wedline Valcourt.
Adriana Miranda. Rose Arcel Lamonta.
Tyler Jamar Gordon.
Miles John Uwa.
Brandon Christian Quintana.
Edem Abdullayev.
Mikhailo Kadar.
Prativa Wagley.
Sabinel Morin. Maria Podkolzina.
Maya Smith.
Eva Nicole Lazo.
Angela Molina Velasco.
Tanisha Felicia Lawrence. Pharrell Gerald Lewis.
Abigail Farron.
Chantel Robinson.
Kayleen Clara.
Baraka Junaid. Courtney Alexandria Madera.
Ashley Emil. Kenesha Baskerville.
Lori G. Martelli.
Sharazida Mirkal Lavanona. Gloria Claire Marino. Nazi Clark.
Gariel Tranquil.
Januel Coleman.
Adriana Romero Meza.
Jessica Gomez.
Farah Iftikhar.
Takia Monique Henry.
Samantha Cindy Marcajou.
Esmal Shamaraz Riaz.
Alexis C. Miller. Tierra Joyner.
Tamara Delahaye. Janika Fills.
Asin Sayenzi. Maya Guzman.
Mintahat Maria.
Taisha S. Afriani.
Emanuela Jean Bart.
Johan Rojas Cigarrero. Ayana Nicole Clements. Ruth Horry.
Kamia Perkins.
Jason Ulario.
Shadia Akhtar.
Mateo Loduca.
Diana Natera. Karen Natera.
Claire Deli Dorothy.
Shameen Joseph.
Shi Chen.
Shuha Lee.
Jaden Anthony Pinnock. Bianca Prophet.
Elisa Glasper.
Diana Ishchuk.
Can Jong.
Naima M. Pierre Lewis.
Jade Harrison.
Azaria De Freitas.
Letitia Smith.
Leslie Perez.
Rochelle Rosario.
Samaya A. Darby.
Christina McCollum. Jesse Kenneth Scott Manning. Shirley Araceli Urena.
Ariel Reyes.
Louis Hogan. Isla Verde Falu.
Matthew Zephaniah Nelson.
Tyler Thomas Fillinger.
Samara Mendanza.
Kyra Cadian Wright. Vanessa Nicole Ramirez. Darla Christie Time. Bibi Khadijah Sataur Kush.
Nireli Diaz.
Sara Morales.
Alexa Gio. Arya N. Haynes.
Giuseppe Kaloje Portera.
Kathy Edwards. Jordana Tempest Andrews.
Tiffany D. Lucy.
Tatiana J. Francis,
Ricardo James, Paulette Odetta Peters,
Khadija Ilarsa, Nuha Jebli, Caitlin Abigail Abrams, Tavon Cooper, Kimberly Edwards,
Judy Afdal Elwarni,
Haiti Hernandez, Adam Altam,
Josiah Saintville,
Nicole Amens, Rana Ali, Jean-Marie Austin, Kelandi Chamia Charles,
Duan Johnson, Elizabeth Mintz,
Gavante Woodley,
Nevia Nicole Knights,
Leslie Flores Medina,
Samira Tarana Qureshi, Makai L. Lewis,
Jessica Hernandez, Kelly Hernandez, Evelyn Hernandez, Christine A. Donahue, Zunira Abdulhalilova,
Saba Irshad, Hodaya Kindil,
Avigdor Board,
Michael Morris,
Yehuda G. Ben Yishai, Mariami Gogoladze, Ilaria Karoli, Nargiza Adilova, Khalil Latik Christian, Summer Uriah Green,
Helena Romero Alonso,
Kristen Marie Carroll,
Sofia Sechin,
Yulia Vanivaska,
Nino Ustiashvili,
Nelly Martinez Lozada, Pedro Ordonez Chan,
Alina Belaya,
Joshua Cheyenne Wong,
Sade K. Campbell,
Daniel Lazaro, Rain Miles Nunez Bailey,
Emily Sophia Altamirano, Angelina Armand, Mariela Jose Chavarria,
Kathia Salazar, Simai Williams,
Anna Marie Feliciano,
Marissa Rose Walter,
Karina Atas, Midlin W. Etienne,
Madison Legaspi, Diamond Maya Stark Hinlaw,
Leah Myron,
Georgie Tataradze,
Saman Akhtar,
Ashwag Montasser, Reem Mohammed,
Angel Villavicencio,
Jacob Marshall,
William Wen,
Victoria Gretchukina,
Sebastian Pascal,
Shakivia Y. Brown,
Miguel Lopez.
Vikram Sanu Thamaya.
Fares Omara.
Ali Fox.
Dulce Lopez.
Lady G. Cuauhtencos Cortez.
Emmanuel Joseph Lawyer.
Claudia Seifert.
Hannah Guaraka.
Said Asilkon Mekmanov.
Askar Zokirov.
Matthew Evans.
Carlos M. Schumann.
Ibrahim Muradu.
Angela Nicole Suzlovich.
Jibril Kamara. Sammy Alexis.
Sarah Kassam.
Tyler Sutton.
Edith Maureen Limburg. Fazan Muddasser.
Yetunde Akingbade.
Georgie Kirakosian.
Alex Salazar Aguilar.
Fatima Jihad Assad.
Elijah Joaquin Aliaga.
William D. Quintana.
Brittany Blue.
Dana Catherine Tunoon Monray.
Chao Wen. Ksenia Mohamedova. Yvonne Muniz.
Emily Carmen Velez. Yulia Vasilenko. Merlanda Burnett Charlot.
Charisse Frazier. My Asia Yvonne Dubose. Zainab Asgar. Dante Arden Bristol.
Kali Zaria Sample.
Hayat Allah Shwal. Zakia Fatal Almontazer. Layla Asif.
Widad Sakrin.
Manzala Taher. Alex Maldonado.
Natalie Nicole Baker.
There we go.
Suki Woolley.
Jordan Jones.
Jency Diana Gill. Abdel Malik Belasin. Mora M. Balone. Veriuska Czerniak Espinoza.
Patrice Plata. Damari Jolie.
Stephanie B. Cantos.
Ailton Quirino Rojas.
Leah Marie Vasquez Eve.
James Anthony Ng.
David Vila. Crystalline Stimpill.
Sabrina Rosalind Jacques. Sebastian Caleb Jacques. Margaret Kelly. Delilah Perez. Anthony Joseph Jones.
Nicolas Enrique Bacarizo Pilozo. Devin Diaz.
Michael E. McLeod.
Azaz Arif.
Mikhailo Melnikov.
Mariam Tavbaridze.
Savion Chavis. Margaret Gittins. Hadika Ashfaq.
MD Abu Nasim.
Alexandra Iris Castro. Alex F. Gonzalez. Bogdan Fursenko.
Matvey Mironov. Watisha Antoinette Jacobs.
Justin A. Carter. Shonda S. Burnett.
Hyoleong Tai.
Twaina Francis. Mariana Ahuatzi Mendoza.
Lilia Romero.
Manny Eli Mieles.
Denise Tamara Hesla. Ariana Diokanandin. Lily Henderson Bradshaw. Burak Ates. Ian A. Gordon.
Timur Nugaibekov.
Yusuf N. Bolai.
Robert Negron. Jahim Niklon Noel.
Pedro Eleno Garcia Vasquez.
Andrew Mori.
Nathanael Kwa Chamorro.
Paulo Trani.
Jordan Mata.
Stephen Gorovodsky.
Crystal D. Moore.
Chloe Wu.
Dayanara Lovelace.
Giselle I. Acosta. Kayana Griffith.
Dorothy T. Pettiot. Aria E. Mann.
Claudie R. Simbert.
Zenicia Mullen. Heidi Julian.
Davia Tonica Reed.
Jada Guerville. Rose J. Raymond.
Travis D. Thomas. Aaliyah Rador.
Natalia Klufinska. Catalina Nunez de Caceres.
Roldy Anna Russo.
Amy Keta.
Brianna V. Clark. Karina Marie Hernandez. Justina E. Hines.
Olga Yadira Palma. Patrice Owusu Setre.
Belinda Talleyrand. Luisa Tax Rodriguez. Veronica Janine Richards.
Kenisha Charles. Monica Giselle Homere. Tiara Brewster. Valencia M. Fraser.
Kaya Kaven Rakenia.
Harry Kekovich. Stanley Laurent.
Tiana Davis.
Jamie Romero Mendoza.
Joshua Johnson. Tanbir Nasir. Jade Powder. Rashad Hassan Mishal.
Congrats, Zen.
Cynthia Leilani Medina de Cartagena. Shannon L. Foster.
Maria J. Padilla.
Tamar Eliav.
Katrine Krishanovsky.
Misha Facey.
Staracia Elaine Robertson.
President Deitch, the students of the class of 2025 took a variety of paths to arrive at Kingsborough Community College. Many directly from high school, others after many years having been out. Many from right here in Brooklyn, but others from distant nations. Many with a native knowledge of English, but others speaking different languages. But come they did, different in background, but united in their pursuit for higher education. Now they come before you as petitioners for degrees which they have earned. During their years of study, they have attained distinction in scholarship and in campus citizenship. On behalf of the faculty, I am pleased to present them to you for the official conferral of their degrees.
Will the graduates of the class of 2025 please stand? You have successfully completed the requirements for the degrees of Associate in Science, Associate in Arts, and Associate in Applied Science, as prescribed by the faculty of Kingsborough Community College of the City University of New York and registered by the University of the State of New York, the State Education Department. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you those respective degrees with all the rights and privileges, obligations, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. In testimony thereof, you will receive a diploma bearing the seal of Kingsborough Community College and signed by the officers of the Board of Trustees, the university, and the college. Will the graduates move their tassels from the right to the left side of their caps? Congratulations.